I can tell you that your relationship, your confidence, and your sense of self-worth could be at risk because of something you're silently struggling with right now. A weak manhood, and you have no idea where to turn for help. It's happening to men of all ages, right under your nose. John had the same issue. He had it all: a successful engineer, a beautiful wife, a happy home, until one thing changed, and his marriage was on the brink of total collapse. But John found the practical solution that saved everything, like the one we are about to share. And if you want more practical tips like this every week to transform your health and relationships, hit that subscribe button now. If you are a woman, share it with your spouse. John's problems didn't seem so big at first. But one night, after everything fell apart, after his wife cried, after their intimacy crumbled, after he stared at the ceiling in bed, powerless, John realized his whole life was unraveling. This wasn't just about his marriage, this was about who he was as a man. He felt like a failure, like his body had betrayed him. But here's the thing. John didn't know that the thing keeping him trapped was something he could fix. He just didn't know how. At 42, John had climbed the corporate ladder, owned a beautiful home, and had been married to Sarah for 15 years. But behind closed doors, his world was quietly falling apart. It started with bone-deep exhaustion that coffee couldn't fix and sleep couldn't cure. He'd collapse on the couch, barely having energy for dinner conversation with Sarah, let alone anything more intimate. Sarah noticed too. The man who used to greet her with enthusiasm now seemed like he was just going through the motions. Their conversations became shorter, their laughter less frequent, and their physical connection, well, that was becoming increasingly rare. The breaking point came on their wedding anniversary. Sarah had planned everything perfectly: candles, his favorite meal, new lingerie. But when the moment came for intimacy, John's body simply wouldn't cooperate. Sarah broke down crying. "I feel like you don't want me anymore," she whispered. "I feel like we're just roommates." John tried to explain what was happening, but he couldn't even explain it to himself. He loved Sarah, but every time he tried to be intimate, his body failed him. It wasn't about love. It wasn't about her. It was about his body betraying him. And the hardest part? He felt embarrassed to admit that he couldn't fix it, that he had no answers. That night, as Sarah turned away from him, John realized his marriage was hanging by a thread. The woman he loved felt rejected and unloved, and he felt powerless to fix it. Here's what John didn't know. What most men don't know is that what he was experiencing wasn't uncommon, wasn't permanent, and most importantly, wasn't his fault. Up to 52% of men between 40 and 70 experience some form of erectile dysfunction. But here's what's shocking. We're seeing these issues in men as young as their 20s and 30s. This isn't just an older man's problem anymore. But erectile dysfunction is just the tip of the iceberg. It's often accompanied by low energy, decreased motivation, mood swings, weight gain, and feeling disconnected from everyone around you. The medical community traditionally uses a Band-Aid approach. Low testosterone? Here's a prescription. Erectile dysfunction? Try this pill. But these symptoms are your body's way of telling you that your lifestyle, stress levels, and overall health need attention. Our bodies are interconnected systems. Poor sleep affects hormone production. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which suppresses testosterone. A sedentary lifestyle reduces blood flow. Processed foods create inflammation. It's a downward spiral. Poor physical health affects mental health. Mental health struggles impact relationships. Relationship problems create more stress. More stress worsens physical symptoms. But here's the good news. Just as these problems create a downward spiral, the solutions can create an upward spiral. When you address the root causes, improvements compound on each other. John learned the hard way that the solution wasn't quick pills or magic fixes. It wasn't about masking the problem. It was about getting to the root causes. He started making small, sustainable changes, and each one made a difference. Sign 1. Persistent fatigue. John described it like this. It was like someone had drained all the life out of me. I'd wake up tired, drag through the day tired, and go to bed exhausted. The fix. Sleep optimization. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Cool, dark bedroom. No screens before bed. Limited caffeine after 2 p.m. Quality sleep is when your body produces testosterone and repairs tissue. Add movement, even 20 minutes daily. Focus on whole foods, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats. Check for vitamin D, B12, iron deficiencies. Sign 2. Loss of desire. I used to think about intimacy with Sarah throughout the day, John said, but gradually that desire just disappeared. I loved her more than ever, but the physical desire was gone. The fix. Address stress first. Chronic stress kills testosterone. Try meditation, deep breathing, or walks in nature. Add strength training 2 to 3 times per week. It's one of the best natural testosterone boosters. Examine your relationship. Are you communicating? Spending quality time together. Sign 3. Physical performance issues. Every time Sarah and I tried to be intimate, I was so worried about whether my body would cooperate that I couldn't relax. It became a vicious cycle of anxiety and disappointment. The fix. Focus on cardiovascular health. Erections require good blood flow, regular cardio, healthy weight, no smoking, limited alcohol. Eat foods that promote circulation. Beets, dark leafy greens, nuts, fatty fish. Practice pelvic floor exercises. Address performance anxiety through stress reduction and communication. Sign 4. Emotional withdrawal. John felt like he was living behind a wall of glass. I could see Sarah, but I felt disconnected from everyone. I was irritable and just not myself. The fix. Regular exercise. It's a powerful natural antidepressant. Prioritize social connections. Don't ignore the emotional impact. It's okay to feel frustrated. Sometimes counseling provides tools that make a huge difference. John made some big mistakes. He ignored the signs, searched for quick fixes, and shut Sarah out. But here's the most important lesson. You can't fix your problems by ignoring them, masking them with pills, or suffering alone. Mistake 1. Ignoring the signs for 2 years, hoping they'd go away. The body's warning signs exist for a reason. Mistake 2. Looking for quick fixes instead of addressing root causes. Pills might provide temporary relief, but lasting improvement requires lifestyle changes. Mistake 3. Suffering in silence. John's withdrawal made Sarah feel rejected, creating a terrible cycle. Mistake 4. Treating each symptom separately instead of taking a holistic approach. Mistake 5. Giving up too quickly. Real change takes 3 to 6 months, but most men see improvements within 4 to 6 weeks. 6 months after that tough anniversary, John was a new man. His wake-up call came when Sarah started working late more often, creating distance to protect herself. He realized their marriage was slipping away. Instead of looking for a quick fix, John approached his health comprehensively. He started with an honest conversation with Sarah about his struggles, fears, and shame. Sarah's response surprised him. She was relieved to finally understand and eager to support him. John got comprehensive blood work, low testosterone, vitamin D deficiency, elevated cortisol, chronic inflammation. With professional guidance, he implemented a comprehensive plan. Sleep, 7 to 8 hours nightly, with a bedtime routine and blackout curtains. Within 2 weeks, he was sleeping deeply and waking refreshed. Nutrition, meal planning with whole foods, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats. He and Sarah started cooking together again. Exercise, started with 20 minutes of walking, then added strength training 3 times per week. He felt better mentally after just 1 week. Stress management, 10 minutes of morning meditation, better work boundaries, and counseling to process stress and anxiety. Relationship investment, quality time together, actual conversations, new activities, and couples counseling. The results came gradually. After 6 weeks, John's energy improved. After 2 months, his mood was better, more patient, present, like his old self. Physical intimacy improvements took 3 months, but they were dramatic. A year later, John said, "I didn't just get my health back. I became a better version of myself. I have more energy, better focus, and more confidence. Most importantly, Sarah and I have a stronger relationship than ever." Sarah agreed. "The man I fell in love with came back, but he also grew. He's more open and emotionally available. Going through this together made us stronger." John didn't just fix his health. He transformed his life. His energy was up, his confidence was back, and his relationship with Sarah was better than it had ever been. If John can turn things around, so can you. Start with one small change today. One small step toward better health, better relationships, and a better you. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Maybe it's committing to 8 hours of sleep tonight. Maybe it's a 20-minute walk. Maybe it's an honest conversation with your partner. Maybe it's scheduling an appointment with a healthcare provider. The most important thing is that you start. Your health matters. Your relationships matter. You matter. Don't wait until it's too late. Start now. Your future self and your loved ones will thank you for it.